What's up, Agents Wolf here? Welcome to another Division 2 video. In today's video, I'm going to showcase Phase 2 of the PTS for TU20, which is now live for all PC players up until Monday. I'm going to showcase every single item we have received. I will go in a bit more depth and detail in separate videos for each item, or maybe if I want to make a video on it. This video is just going to be a brief summary of all the items. I have tested everything quickly, and there's a few bugs, a few issues, and some work the devs need to do. But I'm going to show you guys everything that we have just received. I created a new character, therefore I have been sent all the items. First up, let's take a look at the weapons. So this is the Whisper, named M16. This weapon is a rifle, as you guys know by now. This comes with the Perfectly Behind You. Deals 60% damage, weapon damage to enemies that are not targeting you. So, for example, there are other ways you can proc this, but if you, like, for example, throw a decoy, you do get the damage, and it is significant. I tested it with the Brutus, which is the marksman rifle, and you can see the damage difference in the gameplay I'm showcasing quite a bit. Now, I have got a trash build. I haven't spec'd anything. I haven't put any points into anything, so just keep that in mind. It's an all blue build, no damage, and you can actually hit pretty hard. So I think you could make some really powerful setups with this talent, but it will be quite situational, and I wish it could work with the Mantis Exotic, but it doesn't matter. If you got a decoy, maybe you spec into some skill, duration, and haste. Throw your decoy all the time, get that extra damage, because 60% damage is nothing to laugh at. It is a lot of damage, and I do actually think this talent could be quite useful. Maybe not even the perfect version, just the normal talent on other weapons. I think that could be quite good. And when I take a look at the patch notes, we have got this talent, which is just going to be 40%. The perfect versions have got 60, the normal has got 40, so that is quite a big jump. This weapon is actually quite decent at the end of the day, so I guess it depends. Let me know what you think of this talent. Then the Vindicator Exotic. Let's take a look at this gun. I think it looks pretty cool. It's quite unique, but the way that it works, I am really not a fan of it. It's quite annoying and quite boring. You can see there's some detailing here. Looks quite cool, doesn't function very well, and I'm going to tell you guys why. You might disagree with me, but let me know. So we've got accuracy, 15% stability, and 10% optimal range with 5 rounds. Now you can reroll every single attribute here on all exotics coming to TU20. So we have got Ortiz Assault Interface. While scoped, the weapon will highlight a random body section of each enemy. It comes out as green. It's kind of annoying. Reminds me of Descent in a way, the simulation. You can do a bit more damage. So the weapon deals plus 75% weapon damage to highlighted body sections. But this is a rifle, and it is a clunky rifle. It's not the best, not the most fun to use. I am not using a very high-powered rifle build, so this can become useful to spam it to parts that are highlighted, like the head or the legs or the chest area, the central part of the body. That's what I noticed was highlighted, and you can do some decent damage. Now, I'm yet to fully test this. I will try and make a full rifle build, then possibly make a video on this separately. But for now, this is what it looks like. This is what it does. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Then, the pistol, the Mosquito. The Mosquito is something that's very difficult to test because nobody's online yet, and there's no one in the dark zone or conflict or whatever. So I'm going to give you guys an explanation of how I think this functions. So hitting an enemy applies a stack. You will see the stack come on top of the enemy's bar. You'll see the stack pop up on an enemy. And what it states here is stacks are shared between players. So what I can imagine is when you actually proc this and you see the stack on the enemy, I'm guessing your teammates will be able to proc this stack as well, or finalize it with 10 stacks. The enemy will forcefully target the last player to apply a stack. So if one of your teammates finalize the stacks and proc it, then that player will be targeted, which can be really powerful, not just with the new weapon talent we've gotten, but also like in a raid. If you want to be the tank, you can always make sure the enemy will target you, especially for like boss fights. I can see this being very helpful, but that's just how I assume it works. It's, like I said, it's difficult to fully test with a team. I will try report back to you guys with a team and see exactly how this works. But for now, playing solo, it doesn't do anything. Stacks deplete every 5 seconds. Activating the effect will remove all the other stacks from other enemies. So I tried it by myself. It doesn't really work. I did notice the enemy stopped shooting me, but I think maybe it was a bug. We'll have to see. But I'm guessing, you know, if this is how it operates, what I've explained is what I'm imagining it will operate, how it will operate. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let's take a look at the gun. I'm not the biggest fan of the design, to be honest. Kind of like a reptilian skin. That's all right. Nothing fancy. We have got accuracy and reload speed 15%. That's it for the weapons. So the new gear set, Aegis Mask, however you pronounce it. So we get 70% health. Clutch will definitely make a comeback because I can see we can get huge amounts of health. Already I'm at 764k. So you're going to be a lot tankier in TU20, but I will actually post a full health build so I can show you what I mean. So stay tuned for that. Total armor 15% for the 3-piece. Then Stoic. Get 3% damage resistance for every enemy that is targeting you. This works really well. And if you stack regen and like the exotic mask, for example, I can see, or maybe even PFE, protection from elites, you can be really tanky with the set. It is quite powerful. Is it better than Bulwark? I don't think so, but for now, it may have its uses. We're going to have to test and see what we can come up with. So that's for every enemy that is targeting you. The bonus is multiplied by 1x, where x is a number of agents in your group. Now, the chest piece, we have got enemies targeting your decoy also count towards the Stoic damage resistance bonus. That could be quite handy. The backpack, I believe, is bugged. So we actually increase Stoic damage resistance bonus from 3 to 1%. Let me have a look at the patch notes. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Yeah, the backpack increase Stoic damage resistance bonus from 3% to 4%. So this is supposed to be 4%. That's why I didn't wear it in the gameplay. So what do you guys think of this set? Don't worry about like too much how it looks. I mean, I haven't changed any of my options. I'm guessing this is how it actually looks. Yeah, you can see it matches the pictures. It's cool. It's got a bit of red tinge to it. It's all right. And then we have got the brand set Palisade Steelworks. Armor on kill, 60% health, and 1 skill tier. There's nothing really to test or showcase here. I'm sure you guys can see this. The armor on kill and health could make quite powerful builds, I can see. So I will be posting those as soon as TU20 becomes live. Or if I wanted to showcase something in the PTS, I will do that. Then we have got the perfectly explosive delivery. You can take a look at that. I am not too worried about this. This is a perfect version of an already existing talent. Then just a normal Palisade chest plate. Holster, nothing new. Backpack, Palisade, we've got Safeguard. This is perfectly tamper-proof on the backpack, the named one called Proxy for the Palisade brand set. Interesting. You guys know how this works by now. Then the gloves. We have got some new exotic gloves. Take a look at them. They are quite cool, to be fair. I don't really know if they're my favorite design, but they're all right. So we have got crit chance and crit damage. Minus 50% recoil penalty when hip firing. Minus 50% recoil penalty when blind firing from cover. This is going to be really fun in PvP. It may increase the skill gap, help players move a bit quicker, but it's a lot more clunkier, the movement, should I say, than Div 1. So we're going to have to see in PvP for this, but I will try and make a full video on these gloves. So let me know if you guys are looking forward to hip firing. I will say I'm very disappointed in the gloves. I don't feel like they do anything. I'm not feeling a difference. I'm definitely not going to use these if they stay the same. So disappointed. I don't think that the recoil penalty is amazing. And trust me, you're going to test it for yourself and see what I mean. I did find a bit more success when using the talent Stabilize, which increases accuracy and stability up to 60%. So I can hit more shots, but I don't really feel a difference. I'm disappointed in the gloves. So that is it for the new weapons and gear. There are a bunch of other changes, brand sets, gear sets that have been tweaked, but we know about this. It's in the notes. I'll try and make some combinations, do some testing, and I will report back to you guys. Let me know what you think of these new items, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Peace out.